Hey, I'm Katie.
Hi, I'm Paco.
And we're from Producción Cultural, which is an association here in Gran Canaria. And we're working on this idea of cultural production, but cultural production referring to cultural transformation. So about ways of living, ways of thinking, ways of doing, including feeling, just your culture. And what we want to work on is how can we transform our cultures. And then we were looking at as well as individual cultures as collective cultures and a lot of things in between. So we bring a lot of ideas and theories and practices and processes and methods to design these transformation processes. And we're focusing a lot at the moment on regenerative organizations and economy, but also other ways of working. So one of the gifts we bring to the meeting is all this knowledge. And on the other hand, as we're on the Canary Islands, we also bring in the Canarian perspective.
Of course. It is very popular in Europe. People come here for holidays since the 60s or before, like beginning of 20th century, end of 19th century. Many writers came here from Europe to enjoy the sun and weather or nature. But we want to share also the reality of being native in Canary Islands or live here in Canary Islands. Um, we are one of the most precarious and marginalized regions of Europe, with the lowest salaries, with the highest rent, with the most expensive basket of food. So it has a complex reality in Canary Islands, and I think it's very important that we think it's very important that in Europe people, or in the world, but Europe is the main, and the main income of tourists is from Europe, so they realize the our reality in the Canary Islands. Want to give you the point of view from the colonized people, people that were come from an indigenous society and now live under a colonial or neo-colonial status and the issues that it carries with. Also want to share the indigenous Canarian social organization, a society that lived here for more than 2,000 years without connection with not much, many countries. So it was a very sustainable and I would say pro-nature society that respected nature. We also want to share the environmental issues that we are struggling now in the Canary Islands due to all this crazy construction and no respect to the nature.
Okay, and a lot of other things, which is a very interesting perspective, which is not known to most people that the Canary Islands is a colony or was a colony and all that comes with it. So it's a very interesting dialogue. And this is the main theme for us when it means to comes to participating in the camp and building a camp for us is a dialogue process. It's a dialogue process between the tension of between us from being the migrant and the Canarian people, the dialogue process we have beforehand with the people surrounding us to bring them into the camp, to bring them into the idea of regenerative thinking, to bring people together. It's a dialogue process here. Then there will be the dialogue process during the camp, which will be receptive change learning. So we are going to share and teach, and we are going to also listen and learn. And we're hoping to get a lot of growth and to inspire growth and thinking too. So there's this part of the dialogue process, and then there will be the dialogue process when we come back here with all the new ideas and impulses and energy we hope, and we can bring this back to our surroundings and bring this also back to people who haven't ever heard of the regenerative ideas.
Yes.
So this is it. I hope we see you in September.
Yeah. See you in
Bye.
September. Ciao.